Okay. I think I'm back. I think I'm back. I don't think I caught the, Okay, we're back. I never disconnected. That was a really weird... How long was I live for, before my stream crashed? OBS, like, freaked out. Like, my audio meters, like, got all, like, laggy or something, but I could still see myself like moving around in the monitor, but my chat and my control panel just like went blank. And eventually Windows like gave me an error. Did you hear the Windows error sound? Eventually Windows gave me an error, but it was a CS 5.5. It was like from my Adobe software. It was like some sort of like Adobe error or something like that. Yeah, it felt like I was still live. Yeah, that was weird, dude. It like nothing was responsive, but yeah, it felt like I was. I fucked this up something royally. Everything's working. A couple of people have been saying that the new OBS update does trigger some really weird shit, but I'm not convinced that that's not some of what I sometimes deal with, like on my own. Yeah, these things are, I mean, these things happen. I do think it's incredible that Windows 11 is so much more unstable than Windows 7. Like, I had a Windows 7 machine that I used until I couldn't. And the only reason, like, I would rarely get, like, random ass crashes like that. But I feel like it's more of a Windows 11 thing. I am. Look at my equilibrium is off. Good morning, Melia. It's perfect timing. Perfect timing. Melia's here. We we just came back from like a really weird stream crash, but everything seems like it's working. Except for my, I think it's probably something at OBS, but it could be something weird, like, it could be my camera, it could be Spotify, it could be, you know, actually, I don't actually think it's Discord. Discord is usually pretty cool with that shit. I hope you're having a lovely morning so far, Amelia. What time is it? Man, yeah, I could make an omelet. It was really weird. It was like, it looked like an OBS error at first because I was still live, like people could still hear me, but like my audio bars had like frozen. But then the weird error that it gave me was for my Adobe software, which I did have Dreamweaver open. So it could definitely be something like that. But then OBS, like I exited out of OBS and went to restart it, and then my whole thing crashed. But that same Adobe error popped up again, and then it just crashed. But that's the only time I've ever seen that Adobe error before, which is telling. But oh man, we were right there. This is like a mixer soundboard? No, I don't even use Voicemeeter. I use all the stuff that's built into OBS. Oh, for Adobe? I have like all the Adobe programs installed. But they're like old versions. But I guess that could cause a problem, but GG. Nicely done, Sean. At least I'll hold second. GG's to Ninstar. Really almost got the best of me there. We had the crash was there was opening the window, just a crack. think we can do it. Yeah, definitely a really weird one. I've never seen that one before. I've gotten pretty good at, like, if my thing does restart like that, like I realize that like it's happening, I can just do a hard restart and everything fires back up like lickety split. So if I catch it early, I can just restart and then get back on before the slash wave thing goes away. But I wasn't that lucky this time. But I always come back. You always get me back. I always come back. But the stuff that I had open was my software for like, I'll open it. Well, maybe I shouldn't open it again. I've had it open on stream lots of times. It's an old version of Dreamweaver. I just use it as a code editor. Like I just use it as like, you know, one of these things. Like, I doubt it's like a text. I doubt it's like this that caused it, but I don't fucking know, man. I think I've realized that we're so far down this rabbit hole of transistors and graphics cards and AI and technology that like we're just gonna have to be okay with some very strange occurrences occurring and us not knowing exactly what they are. I want to be more stable than that, but that's the funny thing though. I'll do 24-hour streams and it'll be fine. And then like sometimes that'll just happen. I think we've got Pepe coming in. Ooh, that's the SH725 nabbing Pepe's spot there. See if maybe they might not stick around that long. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Correct. Yep, you're live. Oop, not anymore. I'm just going back through. That's really funny. Yep, you're live. I bet it. Yeah, it looked fine. I bet it looked fine. I bet nothing looked off. Oh yeah, I used to not let people into my render lab when they were like, when I could tell they were in a bad mood, I'd be like, you can't come near my machines that are rendering. Because like, when I was in a really bad mood and I would sit there, like the renders would have errors. Like there'd be like weird ass errors, like error on frame 32. Like what error? Like it just didn't render frame 32 for some reason. And I felt like it was always like, if you're thinking too loudly next to a processor, it can upset, you know, the flow of electrons through the silicon. Maybe that used to be more true with older processors. I do think that has something to do with it. Have you seen that video recently of that server tech guy where he's like, don't do this. No, I do not endorse this. Don't do this at all. But he screams like, ah, like screams into a hard drive array, like a RAID array with like 600 hard drives in it. And he like screams loudly at it and then goes over to the monitor and shows the spikes in like read-write time and response time and drive spin time. It measures all these things. And all of that is impacted by you know, that change in frequency. So your brain does the same thing. Have a great night, Robo. Have a good shift tomorrow, my man. Starts at 11. Hopefully it's over by 11. And I will see you again tomorrow, my man. But sleep well, be well. I've spent a long time talking to the machines, Amelia. I know exactly what you mean. You have to be nice to them. You have to be nice. You have to respect them. You have to understand that they're alive, but just barely. And their existence must be pain. I can make a private room. I'm sorry, Shah. Shah. 720. I'm sorry, Shah. I've seen them before too. No, I had to make a room. I had to make a password protected room for Pepe. No, you're back. You're back in. No, come back. Come back. No, we had to get rid of SHA. Unless, was that Pepe's other account? That might have been Pepe. If that was Pepe, I'm sorry. I thought it was. I didn't think it was. Oh, I thought. For a second, I was like, shit, have I been playing with Pepe? This fucking, is he SHA 725? Excuse me. It's me, it's Sean, it's Ninstar, it's Pepe. Got 10 minutes on this thing, if you would like to bet. Password is 8. Where shall we play? Peen Silva. Peen. Let's do it. Looks like we'll be on the course at 4:20 a.m. on the East Coast. Where indeed? No, it was just Amadonk. You have a very specific artist problem? Like a problem with a specific artist? Or a problem that you're trying to get a specific artist to solve? I'm gonna play Rosa. Let's not do New Donk. Are we really doing New Donk? Are we really doing that? I don't want to play Amadonk ranked. Not against Sean. It didn't give me another one though. Trying to find an acceptable reference for a piece I want to make and I can't find it. The entire, okay, all right, if Sean wants to Amadonk, we can Amadonk. I'll go back because he wants his single star. But then I will take, all right, I guess I'll play Pauline. Illustrate Basin. Fuck you, Gravebot. Seriously. Can't believe I coded you into existence. I feel like that might be one of the trickiest things as an artist that I've ever done. And I am somebody who creates stuff, and I know better than me being able to create something just from pen to paper. Like, you can't do that. I mean, some people can do that. I can't do that. Steal from the best. They know what they're doing. That's what they taught me in art school, Amelia. So, steal from the best. Who is the best at creating what you tried, or what you're trying to create? Do you have like a, let's do pro. We can do pro. This is good, right? Big money on Pepe. 5K on the line. Clearly not Pinterest. Yeah. Yeah, the reference material is... I used to spend a lot of time on iStock and Dreamstime looking for the right stock photo that would tell the exact story that I want to tell. It can be really hard to track down niche styles of artwork. What are you looking for? We don't have to go into details. Sometimes old Reddit or old Tumblr posts are actually really good reference sometimes, because there's a lot of artists that were drawing shit or doing stuff like for weird pixel art Pokemon stuff. I've found that I've used like old sites like that actually had a lot of decent reference on them. The AI stuff is a real scourge in that space too, because it's not just a study anymore. It's actually what people are producing as the finished product, and it's just it's really filling up the whole space. Certain genres and endpoints more so than others, maybe. Everybody's so taken with using the tools that it, even in places where you wouldn't expect to see some of that stuff, you see people being like, look what I've got this thing that I'm working on, or it's like, I think it's actually the sign of, there's a lot of good artists out there that have discovered these tools, and the first thing they think is, oh my gosh, this is really valuable. I can use this. I want to use this. So they do. And it can be tricky because then it's so quick that they're not making the stuff the way that they used to. Oh my goodness. Suze will know. A lot of the fan art stuff that, especially up until very recently, was all done by hand. Now, lots of people are using AI to do that stuff, and it's a specific look. It's a really specific look. Ooh, Sean got rejected there. And if you want that look, it's really good for that. But if you don't, God damn, that was really way too close for comfort. That's why I'm having a lot of fun doing everything sort of not crudely, but I'm trying to do things that are a little bit more like rough around the edges by hand quickly the first time, and then not refining, because that look is very much like opposite of AI. You know, I'll color things in so that we have like big, lush, rich colors, but I like using my hands to make this stuff, and I use it for stream, as opposed to letting AI make this stuff. Because I don't think AI does a good job at creating stuff that you want to look like organic. You know what I mean? As a creative, I think it's important to learn the tools. So for all things. So I've spent some time learning some of the tools, and what it's made me want to do is stuff like this that's much more, that makes me feel like a hug, you know, as opposed to the really plasticky stuff. But a lot of people use it for a lot of different things. And there's lots of styles of art that I don't love, but that doesn't mean that other people don't enjoy them. But I know what you mean. It's becoming, oh wow, I actually hopped that onto the sidewalk. Look at that. It's becoming really hard to avoid it, you know, especially if you don't want it to influence your inspiration. I think it, so I find this, so the AI content that, like the stuff that I think is like a good use of it, I did a little bit of when I was making like, you know, little cottages with fireplaces and shit. Like, I was like, there's an infinite number of these on YouTube. And I've been known to be soothed by the sound of a crackling fire in the past, you know, many times. So that I guess I appreciate more, you know. But for like character development and stuff, it's almost like immediately, like you can tell when somebody, you can tell exactly what somebody did with it. And again, if that's what you're looking for, it seems like what we didn't realize as creators is that a lot of people were looking for that. Because I think that's why it's so popular. And that is probably the mark of a fad. You know, I could see that evolving or changing. I don't believe that it'll stay like what it is for very long, because what it is actually kind of shallow. Like what you're saying in a creative space, Melia, I think holds a lot of water. Like, yeah, we can use it for a visual reference, but the era of using it to make everything. Oh my God, am I crashing again? No. Oh shit, Pepe's crashing. Shit, Pepe's been dealing with the same thing tonight. It's been his internet. I wonder if his internet cut out again. Shit, I'm sorry, Pepe. Tough, weird night. At least the conversation's been really good. We've been talking about a lot of cool shit. Damn. And, oh, that's that. I thought that was a hole-in-one. No, she took a penalty there. I was reading a little bit of something that was similar to this, not in an art space, but in a code space. And it sort of harkened back to a lot of the stuff on like DeviantArt. Melia, I lost a job in April with a client who hires me every year to change and update their intro for their event that I did. I did the intro, like I did the whole piece. And they didn't hire me this year. They just fed the old piece into Soro and said change all the logos and the text and then you know, use all the introduction. So like let me put it this way. I too feel the sting of that. And I don't know what the solution for that is, because those were people that were like indie producers that it wasn't a huge corporate job that would immediately do that. It was an indie producer that immediately was like, oh wait, I can save a couple $100. Well, yeah, we'll absolutely cut you out. And I was just like, that's so borderline, because I'm a freelancer too. Like, so technically, like I can't, you know, sue them for that. They are allowed to do that. But that's like something that I did. I freelanced, I produced a video freelance for somebody. So they don't own my source files, but they own the rights to the produced rendered content, because that's what they bought. They bought a video. Our copyright says that they can do whatever they want with that video. And they fed it into AI and had it change the shit that they wanted to change and spit it back out. That's legal. Like nothing, no, like I hate it. And I hate it. I hate it. I can't make a living like that. But what do we do? I don't have a fucking solution. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, should that be legal? Probably not. But how do you make it illegal? How do I make that illegal? I'm actually asking. I'm not even trying to play devil's advocate. Like, I'm asking a question. Because this affects us all. Because it's coming for everyone. If it's already taking money out of my pocket, you know. And I'm fucking poor as shit. That's like a lot. Like that's not a lot for some people, but that's like a lot for me. Yeah, I think Pepe's internet went out. He was having internet woes earlier. So I don't know what to do about it, because I know that if I like, I can't complain to the guy. What am I going to say to the guy? I can't go to like the cops or like a lawyer or something, because they didn't actually break any laws. It's a completely different story than say like the OpenAI or like Gemini, who are hoovering up the internet and training their material based on that. But if we're telling the world that they are in the right, then the dude that took my shit and fed it into AI and made it so that I don't get the job anymore, he's 1,000% in the right. If the other thing is even half true. That's the scary part. For me, that's the scariest part. And that's why I need to learn how to use this against them before they destroy me with it. Because that's the only way we're going to be able to survive. Because if we ignore it, it's going to bulldoze us. But I don't have a solution. I wish I did. Sadly, with our current, our government is driven by large-scale copyright insurance mechanisms. Our entire government is a giant insurance company with a standing army. Like that's, it's a joke, but then you realize like how true it is. But yeah, I think having the conversation is the only thing that we can do. Like I have to tell you this is happening, and we have to be aware of it together, and then maybe so it'll click for somebody in the shower one morning and he'll be like, oh my God, this is what we could be doing. Maybe it'll click for me one day. And I'll have the realization. But up until this point, it scares me. It scares me to death. It scares me so much that it makes me want to learn the tools so that in case that's how I have to do something, that's I won't be unable to do it. It's a survival mindset. And it's, as a freelancer, sort of like how you have to attack problems. But through that, eventually, we can fix this. I think we've been through times like this, you know. Patents used to only be good for 20 years. You used to be able to like patent something and then like you could do, or like 10 years or something. It used to be like really like, and then like you would have to, you weren't allowed to like, and then we changed all those laws in like the 60s and stuff. But like in like the 1920s, like free use and copyright expiration were like huge portions of the law. Like you were only allowed to profit on things for like a very short amount of time. And then it went into the public domain. Like if that's what was going on, and I was gonna be like, okay, so in like how many years I'm gonna be able to take my old video and feed it back in and say, change all the other shit, you know, and then like, but that's not where we're at right now. We haven't gone back to those sustainable setups. We're sort of letting the Apple Corporation prop up our entire economy. Internet is back. I knew it was the internet. I knew you've been having woes with that all day. And I feel like I've made people feel differently.
X100. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride indeed. What is happening, Siri? It's so good to see you. Thank you for the bits. Thank you so much for the Pride bits. Let's go. Good evening. Hope you're having a good one. There we go. I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. I got to cart with my friends. I got to red versus blue. I'm talking all about all the stuff that I'm working on project-wise, which is all open source stuff right now because things are so few and far between. But I kind of like that because I've wanted to have time to work on this stuff for a while. So and then we're talking about the ethical issue of our about to be our generation, like the issue of our creators' time. I mean, we're all, if you're here, we're all a little bit creator, you know. No, yeah, I just looked down and noticed the ads, and I was like, wait, what did I was going to repeat myself. What did I say that I missed here? Really, where even if it's just you know, a hobby or whatever, it's, you know, you can say it like that, but it's a hobby right up until somebody pays you to do it. And then all of a sudden you're a fucking professional. Damn. And that's I feel like that's why I'm so good at some of the stuff that I'm good at, is because I've thrown myself into it sort of as a hobby. I don't like that word. That cheapens it. To me, it makes it seem like you're not putting your whole heart or whole mind or whole effort into something. But I used to fuck around with Microsoft Front Page and you know, the dumb shit like that, and now you know, And now look. It doesn't matter if you're doing something that seems like the wrong way or a dumb way or like, this is just what I was reading about the Stack Overflow thing, where like you would ask stupid questions because I don't know the answer, and then you get like snarky responses and things like that, and then it makes it so that people stop asking questions. And I remember I used to have lots of different accounts on Stack Overflow because I would ask dumb questions, and people would give me a hard time. And you just had to have lots of different accounts so you could ask lots of stupid questions in different areas. Really? Okay, well that's a really good perspective too. I never want to cheapen anything by calling it somebody's hobby. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to be careful that I don't put anybody's stuff down. It's like, well, it's just a hobby. It's like, no, it's not, man. Everything I do is like that. But yeah, no, you're right. If I'm coming at it from a negative side, if I think that. But yeah, if you're just arriving for the crux of the moral issue was looking for Amelia was looking for reference material, and we were talking about how it don't want AI for reference material, and then use what the things that it's used for and stuff, and blah blah blah. How actually did we get to that? Either way, I told the story about how I lost that job earlier this year because they fed some of my old work into a model and had it spit out an updated version, and they used that, didn't pay me to do it again. And should that be allowed? Because right now that's 100% legal. There's they did nothing wrong. But yeah, and then Amelia's sympathizing with me as somebody who actually does it for money, you know, as opposed to somebody who does it for a hobby. We are sort of the same thing, you know. It's just at a certain level there's like a I hope I get this bounce. There we go. There's like a what's a good way to say it? You learn a couple of the right ways to do things, you know. You and it's through that you get that from like a certificate, or if you go to school or whatever, you don't have to complete it, but you learn a few of the right ways to do things, and you can just mimic it. Like I saw I didn't know how to charge people money to do creative work. I watched my boss do it a couple times. I just like watched him. I was like, so you just like talk about what you're doing, and then you write it down on a little quote thing. You write a number at the bottom, and then and they disagree with you, and then you do it again, but you write a lower number, and then sometimes they agree. Like I remember watching this guy do it, and I remember being like, what? The stuff that I do is the hard shit. Like this is like nothing. Like this is like, and it's all about coming up with the confidence to just try and do something right. You know, ooh, that's a little bit of a lag sesh. There you go. That's a good summary. Thank you, Amelia. Jank that bitch from the T. You kidding, really? Wow. You're kidding. That's incredible, dude. That's outrageous. That one's a wild one. Getting that one without super backspin is always like, wow, you know? But I have used the text creation stuff for my own shit with like kind of decent result. I remember being kind of amazed that I was like, man, yeah, it did the typography stuff pretty quickly. You could see, I mean, that's a lot of like why I'm a good artist. So that's pretty scary, but No, it's okay, Amelia. If I was in a real bad mood, I'd agree with you, but I don't think that's actually true. Sean would kick my ass at this course, no matter what. I'm gonna play him on spiky palms. It's a good conversation. It's an important conversation. It's the kind of conversations that I want to have. And you are the people that I want to have them with. GG. Thank you for the ass whooping. You're welcome to the points. I did get a lag on that last hole though, but I would have lost no matter what. Hey, right on, Ninstar. Good games. Thank you for them. It is dinner time. Let's eat, man. I hope it's good. I hope it's delicious. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. Thanks for playing golf. I got you by 1, both of them. So we're right there. I only got you by 1. A lot of the things that I see producers talking about in the message boards are that they will use AI to cut out all of the early revisionary rounds. They know that they can't use it to create the final product, but they will use it to create the thing that they take to some like starving artist like me and be like, I need you to make this just like this, make it do that. And that cuts the job in like thirds, you know, because most of the time when you're developing something or a look for somebody, like you go through a few revisionary stages because, you know, you're trying to land on the look that solves the problem that they're trying to solve. If they don't need you for that, at a certain point you just become an assembler. You fucked up a bunch of spaghetti? Oh no, like you cooked it for too long? The reasonable compromise. Oh, what did I just say? Oh! I was like, yeah, I guess if you forget that's in the pot, it's gonna get like a little soggy. It might not be like good to eat anymore. Yeah, it's it's a very interesting landscape. The landscape resembles a half-digested pile of spaghetti that you didn't mean to eat, but now you did, and this is how the landscape looks. And I have weird dreams of like I record all of my streams and I keep them places, and I wonder to myself, like, could I feed, you know, 600 episodes of my show into an AI and have it like talk like me? At a certain level, probably, but at another level, like, no. It would only ever say shit that I've already said, right? And do I ever say the same thing twice? Like, I feel like you'd immediately be able to tell because it would be like regurgitating information. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I've had that thought too. You know, is it more dangerous than I actually think it is? Maybe. Oh, yeah. That is a lot of how that's a lot of actually what's happening on the ground. Yeah, thank you for cueing me, Amelia. Yeah, that is a lot of the day-to-day of what's happening. Is that producers will have like a price in mind, and they'll be able to shop around with their piece of like AI reference until they find a junior developer, somebody who will bend to that price and do the work to make the thing. And I guess for some people, that might actually be better. They might actually want to do that, you know? It is less work on my end. But at a certain level, like, that's the problem. But it does refine things quicker. Like, I see the benefit. There wouldn't be so much hoopla about it if the C-suite guys didn't see some sort of benefit to it, because that's who's driving this whole fucking thing. What's on World Rank? This is a lot of my internal dial. I got a shell top. I'll play shell top for a little bit. I'm wary of it because I think that the same thing would happen, Melia. I think I would be, and if the job wasn't such an indie, like, small festival job, I would have charged way more for it. I should have fucking charged way more for that. Like, I was really helping them out because they're like it was like an independent film festival. I couldn't believe that they would be the ones that would, you know, sacrifice their morals for that. But they did. So what's to stop that from continuing to happen? That's my big problem with it, is if somebody comes to me with an AI reference thing and they're like, make the video like this, do it in a way that this stuff appears a certain way so that when I feed it into AI next year, it'll be easier for me to change this stuff. Can you do that? Like, how can I say no? How could I say no? But just knowing that it's just a hard pill to swallow. It can be a very unpopular topic. I'm a working artist. Like, you can have this conversation with me anytime. You can always talk about difficult stuff on my stream. I'll always try to be thoughtful. And if I can't be, or if I'm uncomfortable, I'll tell you that. You know, you can always rely on me for that too. But no, I know a lot of us have very, very differing opinions on the whole matter. And I hope I haven't lost friends along the way because I have learned the tools and have done stuff with it, you know, to try and keep up with along the way. But if I, you know, I may have, but having the shit out there in the open is what's important. Like, if it's hidden behind some veil and nobody's really sure what's what, everybody will be worried, and it won't be, like, this is uncomfortable. This is uncomfortable for sure, but at least it's out there in the open. We don't hide from it. You know, we can try and evolve, because we evolve or we die. And I ain't leaving. I like breathing. So I'm here to fix that's why I'm doing a lot of open source dev stuff with the Twitch API. Maybe Twitch will license some of my shit. That'd be cool, huh? Thank you. Thanks for being so thoughtful about it, Melia. I appreciate that. It can be easy to not be, so really mature and thoughtful about being aware of all of the lots of different perspectives. I will be the first to say that I don't know the right answer. I'm just here trying to figure it out. And to not lose myself or all of what I've worked for my entire life. I don't want to just become nothing because the AI can make some of the stuff that I make. Like, that's the scariest part. That's the scariest part. And I don't think it'll really happen, but I've been wrong about a lot of things. The one thing the AI can't do is have a self-aware conversation about it like this. I'm probably wrong about that. I am probably wrong about that statement that I just made, but it wouldn't be exactly like this. No, you're allowed to not, jeez, you're allowed to not like something. Like, there's a lot of things in this life that I just don't like. Maybe I'm a little bit, I don't know, one of the things that I really do like is being positive. So I'm normally trying to be like that. But hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband. Cause they AI and everybody out there. You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. They gon' find you. You can run tell that. Run tell that. Run tell that. Homeboy. Homeboy. We got your t-shirts and your left fingerprints and oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb for real. The man got away, leaving behind evidence. I was attacked by some idiot in the projects. So dumb, so dumb, so dumb, so... Would an AI just do the whole Bed Intruder song for you? Probably not. Will Graveyard? Fucking every time. He's climbing in your window, snatching your people up. I'll do it. I fucking love that song. Where are the Gregory brothers? That's what I would like to ask. Can I ask ChatGPT, where are the Gregory brothers? Like, please tell me the AI didn't like take them. They're a treasure. Like, unforgivable. No, maybe I don't. The YouTube guy? Maybe I know what you mean. I'm hot and cold. Remember, I didn't know that Ted Kaczynski was the Unabomber, but I knew that the Unabomber's brother gave him up. So, like, my facts are really like, I don't have a hook and I'm... Oh, it's a guy in the woods? Oh, fucking chicken fingers and waffle fries for free? That guy? Is that unforgivable? Okay, all right, thank you. One of them died, right? The camera guy is dead, but but Unforgivable is still alive. The guy that filmed that, I think, kicked the bucket, dude. Dude, I can distinctly remember the first time I watched that, and I was like, man, who is this girl that he's talking to like this? It's an old YouTube video. It's from old YouTube, and it's an angry guy in the woods talking about how he wants to send his girlfriend up to the counter at Chick-fil-A to get his chicken fingers and waffle fries, but he wants them for free. This is probably the best description of this video so far this year. Like, I don't want to play 3 bots on fucking All-Star. It's the worst. The worst. You better not know, bro. Yeah, he's... The original video has got to be out there. They didn't take that away, did they? Oh my god. Holy shit. This is the stuff, this is like, God, what year was that? Holy lord. Oh my god. 06? Yeah, I want to say, like, I'm in college, Graveyard is in college, and like, living in the ghetto in Pittsburgh. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my fucking life, watching this shit. Hey, I'm not even watching this shit. Like, I don't even have a way to watch this shit in my apartment. Like, I am literally going over to my buddy's apartment to watch YouTube videos. And, oh my God. The fucking Gregory Brothers. I remember I would watch the fucking Gregory Brothers because they would make those auto-tune songs out of like C-SPAN footage. Like there'd always be, and they would make like 6 of them a day. Like they were cranking out shit hard before AI. Like how do you make that shit before AI, period? The Gregory Brothers were cranking out like 6 of those things a fucking day. And it was like House of Representatives people on C-SPAN with the auto-tuner on them. And like, and the Gregory Brothers would be like playing music in the background. And like, I just remember this one lawmaker was talking about how like, they were like, if you cut up lettuce and smoked it, you probably have health problems too. Like, it was just the most fucking nonsensical shit. And I don't know what seeds that planted in my brain, but that shit is why I am the way that I am. God, that was a long time ago at this point. Jeez. Yeah, that was a long time ago at this point. Yeah, time has no meaning here. But, I am versed in the ways of the old internet. You can't quote the dark magic to me. I was there when it was written. Get in the fucking cup! Nah! Nah! God, I wanted that to go in for effect so bad. Just for what I was saying. Born in 02, and we will be accepting comments about, oh no, time is not real here. I love how I've built like a timeless stream. We have lots of friends that are lots of different ages. It's so varied and diverse that it actually kind of doesn't even matter. We have lots of, like I get to hang out with older cats that play golf and younger cats that play golf, and I've never had any friends that are my age. Like that's way too much power. I've only ever been friends with people who are much younger than me or much older than me. I've never had like peers that were my age. It's really weird. Juju was born in '89. So I was there for all the things that he was there for. and then some. I don't know. I try my best to be the creature that I told myself I would. Like I always told myself, I was like, don't forget how you feel like right now, you know. And that goes with like anything. Like if you're experiencing something deeply, it does change who you are. Like you can have that happen like for the better. And I feel like many people don't do that, you know. And I feel like I can't not do that. And that's why I am the way that I am, you know what I mean? And you've been in card room since you were 18, it's half your life already, right? It's like it's part of you, you know? Like I've been writing janky HTML in message boards for way more than half my life. In fact, there is no good reason I should have been on the internet as young as I was. And especially back then in the old internet, when it was like fucking, dude, it is weird. But it shapes you. It shapes you. And you either let the universe destroy you or you let it make you into a better, stronger human being. For real, bro. Right? This chat room's really, they set the tone early. The old internet, man. The Wild West. Windows 3.1. One RAM stack. The entire computer ran in one register of RAM. A fault in a single program could cause the entire machine to completely shit the bed. We haven't even evolved. It still happens. You know, like, so there's a bunch of people that still run a hacked server so that you can connect to it with an MSN Messenger client. Like you can do the same thing with AIM. Like there is a third-party server that you can put in and connect to AIM still. You can. It might not be safe, but I actually know somebody who does it pretty regularly through their they have this weird like Tor machine that they made that they try to like anonymize the traffic and they use MSN Messenger still, and I'm like, you're crazy, my man. Split right on the edge of your generation, too young to be a millennial and too old to be a Generation Alpha, so the worst of both worlds. I can identify with that so much, Melia. I'm the exact same way as a millennial. Like I'm an old millennial. I'm probably, well, what's the cutoff? I'm an old millennial. But I'm not like everybody that would identify as Gen X has always been coming to me with their problems since I was like a 5-year-old kid, you know what I mean? Like, and I just always remember being like, this is not my responsibility to know all this stuff. 85, yeah, that's the cutoff. Yep, I'm an old millennial. It actually means very little, I've discovered. I feel like I focus very little on that. And I think I'm better for it. We have all the time in the world, but why waste time worrying about that stuff, you know? I don't know. I guess it matters too. It matters. I guess it matters. I don't know. I get self-conscious because if people think I'm way younger than I am. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just like, I find that I often have to tell people that I'm 10 years older than you. But that doesn't, like I said, that doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't matter to me, because I ain't got any friends that are my age. Chuck, you bad man, you. Chuck is popular. He's got a big head, you know? Look at the size of that helmet. I mean, tell me he doesn't. A cultural and identity in generations has both mattered less, or has both mattered less and has become more blurred as the gens. I agree with you. I can't really identify with the character of any generation, right? And it's changed so much. Like, yeah, like that poster art of like Gen X or millennial or like, it doesn't tell a deep enough story to define myself by. Like, so that's why I think I've never even given a shit about it. No, this is great, Amelia. I would, if I don't have the bandwidth to respond to a lot of text, sometimes I just won't, or I'll respond to the first couple of words. So if that's always a me as a streamer problem if I do that. But no, I really appreciate it. It's a big conversation. It's a lot of there's a lot of stuff. This is actually stuff that I want to talk about. I enjoy talking about. It's it's life. This is the big stuff that's happening, you know, that we think about. It would be criminal not to unpack it and sort of, examine the size. Have you seen the size of this nog? The knob? The nog! Big difference. No, you're 100% fine, Amelia. If I was not willing to ramble endlessly about semi-big deal, slightly controversial topics, I wouldn't spend all my free time on Twitch. You're 1000% fine. Big nog equals the big hog, yeah, right? Big right hand, tiny left hand, but big hog. You know Chuck's packing heat. You know. Look at the size of his feet. His feet are literally as big as his fucking, like his head. Look at that snout. Look at that freaking honker. Love to see some golf, right? A timely jest. Welcome. It is, I mean, this game is like the hidden gem on the Switch, I feel like. That schnoz, yeah. A charging Chuck after my own heart. I mean, come on. I can't get close to that, but nice, Mac. Power Rush. I love how there's a tournament that includes speed golf now. How did I get the, oh, he's an S rank. Oh, I got my higher ranked reward defeat bonus here. Truly, Camelot, the developer on a lot of them recently, really puts the wrench time in. There's lots of complaints here and there, but they do inspire us all to keep coming back. Yeah, right? Well, shit, yeah, we're having some pretty deep convos. I find that some of my card games, Mario Kart, I can't do it with. Pokemon cards and poker and stuff, like I can't, to a certain point I can. But I like how I can just sort of let my mind expand while I'm playing this game, and if I'm good at it, I'm good at it. If I'm not, I'm not. It doesn't even matter. You missed a lot of the tournaments while you lurked in the shadows. Did you see, I totally made it to round 4 of the Memorial, Juju. I got to play Spiky against fucking, and I got matched with Tange. I shot a 30 under on Blustery Basin to match, and then I got weighted and matched with fucking Tange. But yeah, bro, I put on a fucking clinic on Blustery, and I made it through. I did not expect to do that. I put up a 30 under on Blustery. It's my player best. It's the first time I Albatross 9 ever in that tournament match, and it's the first time I ever hit a 30 under. That's my favorite part about my stream, is that it lets me create like the proverbial couch that you get to sit on and hang with your friends while you play video games. Like I find myself, when I think about Zelda, I'm like, ooh, I love Zelda, I love Zelda, I love Zelda. As a kid, like, I would sit on the couch and play Zelda with my mom. Or I would sit on the couch and I would play Zelda with my one neighbor friend. Like, that's like 50% of what I like about it. You know, like that has a huge impact. Did I beat Sean? Tange took out Ed and Nora before he got to come for me. Like, I lasted longer than fucking Ed and Nora. I was very, very happy with myself. Sue's beat me too. Sue's got me on Dunes, right? Or no. Sue's definitely got her first win on me though, I think. Hyrule Warriors was the same for you when you were a teenager, and you and your mom could play it. And it's the only game that you could play without it triggering her headaches. I'm kind of the same way. Like, I don't really play first-person games because they will almost immediately make me really nauseous. Like, I get motion sickness and I can't even stand. It's weird. I used to play first-person shooters, but now I don't know. I can't. It's some weird vertigo or something. But yeah, me and we could play like puzzle games together, and she was the same way. But I remember like we play like old puzzle games and stuff. I actually want to find there's a game on this Super Nintendo called Pieces, and it's a 2-player head-to-head puzzle game, like where you have a little jigsaw puzzle and you have to assemble it. You have all the pieces are around it. You have to and this is a split screen on the Super Nintendo, and you would race to assemble the puzzle, and it would and it would randomize the pieces every time. And I remember playing the shit out of that one with my mom, and I still to this day I can remember some of the sprites like in my head. I remember when the first Mario Party came out, and now I'm dating myself. I remember playing that raft game, with the raft in the very first Mario Party in 64. It's like the dumbest game. You just hit A and B, or you do the geez, Mario. I might have to call it. If I'm at my hard stop, I'm at 5 a.m. I might have to wrap it up. I'll try one more time. But yeah, Mario Party was a game that I played like at neighbors' houses and stuff. Like I can remember really, it's a giddy feeling. Yeah, it's like, it's why I finally came back to it with Superstars, even though I didn't like it with my ex and her friends would always play Mario Party like constantly. I just didn't like it. But now I'm sort of back to it, and I really enjoy it. But yeah, it's like it's a sense of mutual decompression from the world that requires you to like clamp your mind down and compress your feelings. You know, when you can let that uncompress in the presence of somebody else, that always feels really good for me. So I think that's a lot of what I do here, actually. Did I beat Sean? I don't recall how far Sean made it. So there's a tournament going on in another server right now, Juju. It's the Tourney-Palooza, which is Falcon XD's Thunderbirds Gaming server. They're running Tourney-Palooza it's like a bunch of different games, and Mario Golf Super Rush is one of them. I missed the freaking entry cutoff because I couldn't get my stupid Discord account to link to this site and enter, because I had to enter with my account and I couldn't get I don't know, it was fucking up. And I didn't get to enter the stupid tournament, but Falcon, the Italian Falcon, reached out to me, and I'm gonna stream I think I'm gonna stream the finals of that tournament, which is like so fucking cool. I love these sports events that we make ourselves, but if you missed any of that coming up to that, I will go over the bracket and do that one in the next like 2 weeks or whatever, but I think they're still playing through the current bracket, so I'm not actually sure when it is on the schedule, but I am excited to finally get to play it. I'm gonna delete this because Pepe got DC'd. Oh man. Okay, and I'll play you out. It's been really good conversations tonight, guys. I'll play you out with 3 holes on our favorite course. It's All-Star in the background with Graveyard. And then I'm gonna crash for a little bit. I've got one thing I gotta do today, and then I have to schedule a meeting for Wednesday, and then I'm done for Tuesday. I really wanna get on early like I've been trying to do for weeks and do the coding stream. So we'll continue conversation very much in this fashion, but I'll be writing a little bit of the code that I've been working on for my overlays. I can show you guys that too. But Oompa's usually on during the day too, and I can play golf with him now. We've been playing poker on stream, Juju. I don't know if you saw any of that. If you want to play cards with us one night. We're using this Discord app, and the only fucked up thing about it is it won't let you throw it does not register a low straight. So there's been 2 nights where I've quit because of that. But we've been playing Discord app poker lately. Like sometimes on Saturday nights we've been doing poker night. And this invite extends to everyone. Melia, Timely Jest, everybody should play with us. That Earth poker it's a little buggy, but it's lots of fun to play. And it's really about like having friends to play with. But it's not for real money, it's just fake shit. But it is like finite, so it does matter. It's not just bullshit. Poker's about luck. Poker's more about odds than luck. But if you ever wanted to play, you are certainly more than welcome to play with us. It's ERTH, Earth Poker, in Discord. It's free. It's in your Discord. It's just one of those games in your Discord. But it's cute. It's fun to play. It's purple. But I know sometimes serious players are not interested in that because it's not like what they're after, and sometimes it can be a nice vacation for a serious player to play with, imaginary chips, just because the want to end up is always there. There's still a little bit of serotonin to be had with that, but sometimes it can be safer. Sometimes it can be safer. Then driving to Atlantic City. It's a long drive. A lot can happen. But I want to find a blackjack game in Discord that we can play with all of our friends together. Like I haven't played blackjack with my friends in a while, and I want to relearn how to do that. Have fun doing that. I think that would be cool. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. It's really late, and I am gonna go to bed for a little bit. And then I'm gonna wake up, and I'm gonna do my 2 things, and I'm gonna schedule that thing, and then I'm going to make some food, and then I'm gonna get back on stream. So I never have a finite destination for you, but I'm hoping it's as early as I possibly, or I'm hoping like mid-afternoon. And then Wednesday, I have a morning meeting, and then I have groceries. I'm gonna try and do groceries. I'm gonna try and go get groceries and weed Wednesday night. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to schedule that around somebody else's availability. So fingers crossed that all works out. You know what I mean? Amelia, it's so great to have a little just chill converse and talk about what's on everybody's mind. You're a rich and brilliant human being. I hope you know that. If nobody's told you that. Well, there we go. But that goes for everyone. Seriously, Juju, man, I'm so glad you're fucking. I'm so glad you're here, bro. I'm glad you're out of that situation that you were in, and I hope it's as resolved as it can be. It's not a big deal, or it's you know, it won't be a big deal soon. But seriously, if you guys hang out here and talk about real deal stuff with me, explain the jokes that you're making because I don't get them because I'm fucking dense. Just know how much I appreciate you. Hanging out here is like the coolest thing that I do. Thank you so much for the bits. Sad Siri runs a great stream. They're an incredible showrunner. Please follow them. We play poker sometimes together. I met them through Pepe. We get to hang out with Pepe a lot tonight. NBH rated in here. Juju hit me with the 13 months. Cream hit me with the hot dog. Juju hit me with the hype train. Robo Chicken, that gift sub to Kisty. And man, all the raids, all the support. If you guys gave me nothing, I would still want nothing more than to come and hang out with you. So the fact that you see value in what we do and enjoy it, hang out with me too. Just know how happy it makes me as well. Thanks for letting me say that shit. That's right, Synth. That's right. We got our fucking weird sound effects and our OG alerts back. I did it. Woo! Fucking love you, Synth, my man. Hope you're having a good night, dude. And to all, it's Baldur's Gate Fridays on the stream, but not for the next, 2 Fridays. It'll be a minute till I get back to Baldur's Gate, which I'm already missing it. I love that game. I got Diablo. I fucking got Diablo, so I should probably start playing it. I want to do the campaign on stream, so it's going to take a year. I should probably get started. The memorial has concluded, but everybody loves playing me golf now, so it's pretty cool to get to use all that shit out here in Daytona. Seriously, thanks for helping me test all the shit that I'm working on in the lab. Thanks for being my friend. Thanks for taking care of yourself. Seriously, do something nice for yourself. Be good to yourself. We are all that we have, so it's good that we have one another. Be easy and be well. Sleep well. Try and get some rest before the sun comes up, you know what I'm saying? And just know that Graveyard loves you, and I will see you soon. Probably tomorrow. Skipping Rookie? Oh man, it's fucking 5 a.m. Yes, I am skipping Rookie. I have to. That's my, I'm gonna start moving the bar back a little bit. NBH is getting up earlier. I might start to try to do that soon too. This is my hard stop. I have to put the 5 a.m. stop on myself. But I want to play that Rookie. Sean, you rock, bro. Thanks for everything, my man. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, they really.
They've hit you since Wii!
I never played the one on the Wii.
Oh shit, I keep forgetting you never did.
That was good.